Imagine winning the game of life, achieving absolute power and intellect, only to look around and realize the entire board is rigged. Solomon of ancient Jerusalem is the integrative mind, a ruler who meticulously accumulated worldly wisdom and physical pleasure rather than shunning them. Yet, after conquering every facet of the human experience, Solomon surveyed his vast achievements and summarized them with a single, devastating word. That word is hevel. While often rendered as vanity, its true philosophical weight in this text describes a fraud or a façade. The smartest man in history conquered the world, only to expose human existence as a beautifully rigged game of deception. Solomon immediately drops a truly jarring paradox, declaring that absolutely everything is futile is itself the greatest fraud of all. He warns against passive nihilism, a state where recognizing life's absurdity causes the mind to collapse into total paralysis and despair. The real danger lies in allowing the recognition of life's illusion to destroy your will to engage with reality. Solomon's first argument treats the world beneath the sun as a closed system, anticipating the modern physical laws of conservation. He challenges our belief in generational progress. On an eternal timeline, humanity is merely a transient phenomenon, repeating rather than advancing. Nature reflects this cyclical permanence. The sun endlessly repeats its exact, unchanging loop day after day. The hydrological cycle proves the point. Rivers constantly flow into the sea, yet the sea never fills. In this closed system, any human sense of novelty is mathematically impossible. It is an illusion born entirely from our collective amnesia of the past. Human history is spinning blindly on an endless wheel, rather than progressing toward a grand climax. Moving from the cosmos to human society, we must question if our sophisticated pursuits, justice, art, and commerce, actually elevate us above the beasts. Observe the bustling, seemingly purposeful activity of a thriving ancient metropolis. Solomon delivers an existential gut punch. All this lofty human endeavor is fundamentally driven by a blind evolutionary instinct to survive. This unrelenting preoccupation with self-perpetuation is a biological discipline. It is a distraction assigned to keep us occupied. The highest ambitions of society are essentially biological survival wearing a sophisticated mask. If life is a rigged biological cycle, does realizing this fact make the philosopher superior or free? Solomon concludes the opposite. Increased consciousness directly increases suffering. With much wisdom comes much pain. To explain how the psyche survives this terrifying reality, Solomon outlines a psychological framework predating Freud. He describes intellectual fogginess, where the brain utilizes lapses of reason as a defense mechanism, regulating the conflict between high ethical ideals and base instinctual drives. The human mind is wired to seek truth, but forced to manufacture delusion to survive the crushing weight of that truth. This establishes a bleak reality. Our novelty is fake, our ambitions are just biology, and our wisdom demands delusion. This knowledge takes a heavy toll on the scholars who dedicate their lives to studying the human condition. Does this require total surrender? We must return to the open paradox. Lazily concluding that meaninglessness is absolute is the biggest hevel of all. There is a glitch in the nihilistic matrix. To beat a rigged game, one must thoroughly test the absolute boundaries of the board itself. Next time, the king steps down from his throne, plunging into the ultimate experiment to test the absolute limits of human experience.